What's new with the TVNZ Marketing Awards for this year? Well, they're still the fantastic marketing awards that you have known and loved, and they still continue to be about driving marketing forward in the business. But after some extensive consultation with many marketing professionals and thought leaders, we've made some important changes which we think better represents the state of New Zealand marketing. So, firstly, we've taken the sector and the Excellence Awards, and we've merged those to become the Marketing Excellence Awards. Now there are 18 of those, and as part of this process we've streamlined both the entry process but also the award categories. And with 18, there's lots of opportunities for organisations and marketers to enter. And secondly, brand new, we've created the Short-Term Marketing Initiative Award. And this is about rewarding those campaigns or initiatives that are more tactical in nature, shorter term, that have lasted for 12 months, within the last 24 months. And lastly, within the individual awards, we've added to the 3 of those to make 4, a new award called the Marketing Team of the Year Award, which is fantastic for all of those groups of marketers and recognising marketing doesn't happen from one person. Look, essentially the Marketing Excellence Awards is about recognising and rewarding those marketing plans and strategies that are linked very closely to the business and encompass the full gambit of what marketing can do, from planning and insights through to execution results, driving those business outcomes. But the short-term marketing initiative is more around those tactical and programmatic pieces. And let's not forget that the strategy of execution is very important, and the short-term marketing initiative is also here to look at those campaigns or activities that can be a bit more opportunistic and spun up very quickly in response to something that goes on in the market. The marketing strategy is absolutely still a key focus of the Marketing Awards. Let's remember the quote, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. So make sure that that strategy is clear, and that strategy is what has driven the business outcomes, and you will have a winning entry. So there's a few things that I think that make for an excellent, strong entry. The first thing I'd say is read the criteria and then read the criteria again. Be really clear on the weightings. Those weightings are there for a reason, because that's where the judges focus their markings. I would start by jotting down your key thoughts under each of the entry questions. Go through and do that. And then go back, look at the weightings and start to cut down those key points, the bits that matter. I think the important thing to realise here is sometimes less is more. If you have 2 or 3 hero points or pieces of information, but you crowd that with too much other information, it can be lost. And the judges find it really difficult to pull out those nuggets that you're trying to share. So sometimes in really clearly communicating those hero points, you need to be able to provide some additional backup information. Make sure that information is presented in a really clear and easy to understand way. What this can also mean is, instead of submitting an entire spreadsheet, submit a table if that succinctly communicates that information that you need. And that's especially important when you think about reporting on KPIs and business results. And lastly, get a few people to read the entry when you're finished. Someone who is completely new, they'll read that and they'll be able to check you for spelling and grammar, and they'll also be able to check, does it make sense? Can they understand the story and the key points? Someone who's close to what you have written and someone who's been part of the entry, they'll help you validate that the facts are correct, that you're telling the most important pieces, and just be able to support you in making sure that that entry is the best that it can possibly be. Now I'll admit, there definitely is an art to submitting a strong awards entry. But just remember this, a beautifully written, well-crafted award entry submitted by an agency that lacks soul or some of the intimate details from your campaign does stand out to the judges, as does a poorly written entry with grammar and spelling mistakes. Regardless, a well thought out, well reviewed, well told story makes for a solid, strong entry. So what are the judges looking for in a winning entry? Let's just remember the judges are human, right? You've got judges that are reading upwards of 50 entries. So Entries that are well written, that are clear and get to the point, make it easy for the judges to understand what you set out to achieve and the results that you achieved in that entry. The judges are looking for answers that are thorough, but most of all, don't leave the answers to the judge's imagination. Make sure that the level of detail that you provide answers the question. I believe the secret to a great entry is about telling the story. And remember, every great story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And how you follow that format and pepper those stages with all the right content allows you to easily take the judge on the journey and share with him the right information at the right time. Make sure you leave writing your executive summary, that final description, right to the end. Because by the time you get through all of the entry questions, you will have nailed that. It's a rigorous process the Marketing Association run. And because of that, and because the number of entries, a key aspect to a winning entry is its ability to easily communicate the results. What were the outcomes? What were the business results that were driven as a result of the marketing campaign? I cannot stress how important it is to make sure that the information contained there is robust and detailed, but the right level of detail, so the judge understands what you set out to achieve and how you achieved it and what those final results were. Every entry, it's got to be clear. There's got to be clarity. Don't leave those important details out. And as you tell that story, those details will help to back that up and make sure that the judge understands exactly why yours is a unique and winning entry. When you think this through, when you plan your entry and tell your story, support that with facts, it becomes very easy for the judge to understand what you set out to achieve and how you achieved it and what those business outcomes were. So good luck. Here's to each and every marketer in New Zealand. What we do makes a difference. These marketing and awards are about allowing us to tell our story and show that in every business, marketing is constantly delivering value and helping that business to achieve its business objectives. Good luck. Thank you.